Hi, it's me again. I'm back. Let's talk ASAP. Do you have the time? You read the title. You clicked on the video with your pitchforks and arrows ready to berate me and defend your favorite K-pop idols in the comment section. If that's you, then this video is clearly for you. Also, while you're at it, click the like button. This video was inspired by two events that happened in the K-pop sphere. One, LE SSERAFIM's Encore stage, and the second, Twice's Killing Voice video. When I watched Twice's Killing Voice, although I was impressed particularly by Chewy's vocal improvement and 3mix's vocals, what stood out to me was just how bad Sana and Momo's voices were. Now, Twice isn't particularly known for being a vocal-heavy group. Neither are Sana and Momo known for having good enough vocals, but I was shocked nonetheless. Every time Sana and Momo especially sang, I just internally winced and audibly said, Sana can't sing. The world typically abides by the two things can be true at once philosophy, but I found that the said statement is an exception in the K-pop sphere. Twice is one of my favorite K-pop groups, but I can admit that Twice has one of the best discographies in K-pop, but they're not that great to listen to live because two statements can be true at once. Welcome to the section, My Faves Can't Sing, Neither Can Yours. In K-pop, criticizing a group is seen as hateful, and this is the reason your faves can't sing. K-pop fans are so delusional that they forget that idols are products, whether you like it or not. And what happens when a company makes a product but has little to no constructive feedback from its consumers, even though the said product has flaws, then the product never improves or receives an update. This analogy can be applied to K-pop idols, specifically the Encore stages. Every time there's an incident about a K-pop group having a terrible Encore stage, an Encore stage so bad that you wince and cover your eyes in secondhand embarrassment, like LE SSERAFIM and Twice, I see many comments defending their artists like their life depends on it, such as, they danced and sang like an hour ago. The ear monitors were not working. And to that I say, be serious. How is it that over an hour ago, your faves were dancing and singing with no hiccups, and then suddenly they can't give a good enough or okay-ish performance standing still? And we also forget that these music shows run for hours because so many groups, not just one or two, like 10 groups are promoting at the same time. In that 10 groups, you have a mixture of both known groups and groups that are working in obscurity because no one knows them. The ear monitor comments are completely idiotic because have you seen the size of the music show's recording room? It's not big. It's not an arena, neither is it a stadium or a lecture room. It's a small room. It's yay big, like the width of your hand apart. It's not a big room, so that argument doesn't stand. Shielding your face from imaginary hate about feedback regarding their live vocals isn't helping, but in fact regressing their talent. Or quote-unquote talent. If most K-pop fans take their heads out of the sand, you would realize most K-pop groups don't have great singers. And that's okay. But I expect you as an artist to give a good enough performance outside the studio, just like you sound on the tape. Encore stages are supposed to be fun. That's why they're singing horribly. It's such a terrible and idiotic response. And to that I say, you can have fun on stage whilst giving a good enough vocal performance that's not pitchy because they're musicians. Go take a look at SHINee. Go take a look at Girls' Generation. Go take a look at Mamamoo. Go take a look at Red Velvet or NYX. Why do you as an idol look so terrified singing live? At the end of the day, singing is part of what makes a K-pop idol an idol. So if you're gonna stand in front of a microphone, you might as well do it properly, because that's your job and you're getting paid for it. And you also spend so many years training, and those training periods are arduous and stressful and not a fun memory to look back on. So if you went through all of that, you might as well do your job properly, babes. Saying Encore stages are supposed to be fun is insulting to groups that give good Encore stages with little to no hiccups. I've noticed that a lot of K-pop idols regress vocally after debut, which is why I implore K-pop idols and companies to invest in vocal lessons after debuting, because how is it that Sana sounded great singing Cherub in 2016, and in 2024 it sounds like she's unsure of what she's singing? And how is it that Momo sounded great in 2016 and in other years during their Encore stages, but now I'm listening to her in Killing Voice and I'm like, babes, what are you doing? Also, sidetrack from this, but a lot of people, although Twice is not known as a vocally great group, we know that, I know that, I'm a fan and I know that, but I feel like a lot of people give them a lot of flack for their Encore stages due to the More and More stage, which is fair, because one bad egg ruins the bunch. So that one example, now everyone looks at that and goes, damn, they really can't sing live. But I implore you, before you make hasty decisions, I implore you, go look at the Encore stages from like 2016. Go look at this stage for What Is Love and Yes or Yes. Go look at the performances from that stage. I can't remember what particular stage it was, but they didn't have any backing track. They only had the instrumentals and they sang live for most of it, and they sounded decent actually. So I implore you, go look at the previous Encore stages before we send them a lot of hell. But my point still stands. I don't understand why you should be so terrible at singing in front of an audience than you do sing in the studio. I'll end this video with this. K-pop is not as great as fans want to believe. Once you step out of the K-pop bubble, or allow yourself to be true to your feelings, that is, not forcing yourself to like a song because your favorite group sang it or your favorite solo artist sang it, you realize K-pop is not that great. It's not revolutionary, and it's just repackaged Western pop with a Korean twist. And that's how I'm gonna end this video. If your pitchforks and arrows are still up, then what are you doing, bestie? Bye.
신나요 유정현 모모짱 사나짱 박지효 미나짱 김다현 손채연 첫즈위 원인원 밀리언 세상에 단 하나뿐